Shit. Shit, where is it? Bro, what the fuck? It's 5:15 a.m. 5:15 a.m. in the morning. 5:15 fucking a.m. I can hear birds outside. There you are. There you are, taking that poison. It's poisoned. It's poisoned now. You've eaten the poison. Fucking idiot. Oh my god, okay, it's on the ground, isn't it? Alrighty then, time now is 1:20 p.m. on May 7th. Whoa, my voice is deep. Yeah, I slept from 4:45 to around 1. Holy balls, for the first time in 5 days, I was able to actually fall asleep. And earlier than 5 too, so that was nice. I know this isn't something to celebrate because 4:45 is still late as fuck, but hopefully tonight I'm gonna go to bed at 4. So yeah, last night's plan was quite nice. I wanted to go to bed at 4 and fall asleep by 4:30, or at least like my new plan is like write something on my script every night before I fall asleep. So I did do some writing, and yesterday my plan was 4 I go to bed, and 4:30 I finish writing whatever I was gonna write. And that's gonna put my mind and my body at ease because I'm laying on my bed, it's comfortable. So it's gonna ease both my mind and my body enough to make me feel sleepy. But anyways, last night I did that and it got pushed till 4:45, but still it's fine. It's whatever. It's still not a great quality sleep because I still woke up like 3 times in the middle of the sleep, as expected. But I am so fucking happy that I didn't need to listen to those crazy loud chirping birds when I fall asleep. Because the moment you hear those birds, they're just gonna overwhelm you because they're so fucking loud. So I'm glad I'm able to like evade that. The bird is the limit. You know how you sleep later and later and later in life? But the limit is really when you hear the birds. When the sun rises and you hear the birds, okay, fuck. I also saw this YouTube video last night called 7 Tips to Maximize Your Misery. It's a reverse psychology video about how you shouldn't do these 7 things to avoid being miserable. But of course, as a joke, here are 7 tips on what you should do to be miserable. And oh my god, I am doing 7 of them right now. That includes unstable sleep schedules, being stuck at home constantly, looking at screens constantly. Like, I'm doing all 3 of that. Holy shit. And then pursuing unrealistic goals, in a sense, I am pursuing unrealistic goals because I want to be a great filmmaker, blah blah, and obviously, who knows if that's actually gonna happen. Pursue happiness, even though it's not real happiness, like more like a blurry idea of what happiness is. You know, this pure bliss thing, it doesn't really work. So it's important for me to go out more. It's important for me to not look at screens too often, and it's so fucking true, especially during 2020 and 2021, when my whole world is just on the phone and on YouTube and online, and that's my whole world. And so my world felt small, because obviously it is. When you're not moving around, you're not going outside, your connection with the real world is through your phone. And obviously, it's not a big world your phone reflects. It's, all the YouTube videos are far and arbitrary. So, yeah. But that said, I don't think I'm going to go out today. I think I'm going to focus the entire day just studying. There's a lot to study. Holy shit. So, there's a CTCS 300 video essay. I didn't even start working on it last night until like 2 a.m. Yeah, yesterday after the CTCS 394 exam, I was like, I'm done. So I actually didn't do much studying yesterday. So today, gotta do the video essay. Gotta do the art history thing, by the way. Holy shit. Gotta do the art history exam because tomorrow's the final. I need to finish the art history notes halfway through today so that the second half of today, the notes are done. All I need to do is read it, recite it, read it, recite it. That's the second half of today. Also, the religion paper, might as well finish it today. The religion class reflections paper, might as well finish it today, so that tomorrow, after the final exam's over, I'm completely done. And maybe tomorrow night I can, order something on, like, DoorDash or whatever to celebrate it. Yeah. So, home all day today, unfortunately, but it's A-okay. I called my mom last night, and both surprisingly and unsurprisingly, she's not really that supportive of the idea of making a short film at my own apartment. She's like, what? Really? Why? Do you have the money? And the thing is, filmmaking doesn't have to be that fucking expensive. The idea of, like, making a short film in Hong Kong is like, oh my god, you're gonna burn through all your money. But really, it doesn't have to be that expensive. In LA, I can make a short film with like $10. Again, Cloud Busting was $69 because 64 was lunch money and $5 was parking fee reimbursement. The thing is, if you own equipment, which I already do, I got camera, I can just use that. I can just use my Sony a7 III. Sony looked fucking amazing. Those lenses are the real deal. Sigma. Sound, I can borrow my mom's company's Rode mic. Actors, in theory, they should be fucking free. That's what I'm saying. I'll still, pay them meals and stuff, but like, that's easy peasy. So, yeah. It may sound stupid, I don't know why. Like, when I announce to people my ideas, it always sounds more stupid, but I still do want to make a short film in my apartment at least. The wetlands park thing and the northern Hong Kong thing doesn't need to happen, but the most important thing is my apartment. Because I'm losing it, okay? I told my mom about my wetlands park idea, and my mom asked her colleague, like, is wetlands park getting, like, deconstructed? And the colleague was like, no, but like the places around it are. But yeah, I still want to film something in the northern part of Hong Kong. I think that's really attractive for people to be like, yeah, I'm gonna like document the north before it's stolen by China. So yeah. It does have to come to consideration that the last few days of not having quality sleep and taking sleeping pills probably affected my thinking and probably led me to these crazy ideas. But I do think those ideas are really good ideas. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I emailed the Vietnamese American professor about the video essay because in the prompt it doesn't say it needs the essay summaries and everything. But I was gonna do it, and I was like, "What? Well, if it's not required, why am I wasting my time?" I emailed her this morning. She said, "Yes, it's required." Okay, great. Finally, spoke with Glenn a little bit. I asked Glenn if he's going to the gym in the summer, and he's like, "Yes, every day." And I'm like, "Well, okay, then I'm gonna go with you." Not every day, maybe twice a week though. Um, but yeah, hopefully that leads somewhere. Um, yeah, hopefully in the summer I get to hang out with Justin, maybe hang out with Glenn a little bit, maybe hang out with Potter, but like, I don't know, he has a girlfriend now, so situation's a little different. Um, but yeah, but yeah. I'm gonna shave tonight. I'm gonna look good on the final exam tomorrow. It's important for me to do that. um, yeah, that's it for today. Breakfast, I don't really know what I'm gonna eat. Um, I think I'll have. I think I'll have a waffle, bananas, and peanut butter. The big breakfast. Lunch, I'll have a bell pepper with sausage. Dinner, I'll have the H Mart marinated chicken. Potatoes, I'll have a lettuce chopped up, sesame salad dressing. That's my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yippee ki yay! Want to mention one more thing. Last night when I called my mom, I mentioned my travel plans. I still haven't figured out where do I want to go, but yeah, my mom was like, actually, I was thinking if you come back to Hong Kong, I can bring you and brother to Shanghai for 5 days. And I'm like, what? Like, not only am I already running out of time in Hong Kong to make short films, but this. And Shanghai is great. It's a cool place with a lot of cool monuments and whatever, but it would be great if the Chinese government doesn't fucking exist. So I don't know about that. I'd rather go to Japan or Taiwan. Much safer for me. Much safer. You know? Yesterday I've been doing more Japan research, and apparently there aren't really that many interesting historic towns in the Northeast. Northeast is interesting because it's like spooky and strange, like the forest and everything, but like if you want to travel in the Northeast, you know, it's gotta be in the big cities, you know. So, but there are two old towns, or more like one old town in the Northeast, and it's Kaknotate, and it's in the Akita prefecture, which is really cool. But that's the kind of place you would visit for a day trip if you go to Akita. There's another place that's much bigger and much more worth visiting, and it's Kanazawa. It's not northeast, it is north though. Kanazawa might be of interest. The only thing is that it's really close to Nagano, which is like, I've been to Nagano, okay? I don't need to ever go back to Nagano Prefecture again because I feel like I've been there. I even went to the monkey park, which is like the big thing in Nagano, anyways. I've been to Gunma, but Kanazawa seems like a legit, like, interesting spot. Like a solo trip, like a spiritual journey. Like a little, yeah, like a little spiritual journey. It's like a samurai old town. It's like, I mean, if I'm going solo, that would be a nice spot to go. If I'm going with a team, or if I'm going with like, you know, a girlfriend, I should start giving a code name to girlfriends. Instead of saying the word girlfriend, I should say, um, I shouldn't even say romantic. I should say affiliated if I'm going with an romantically affiliated person, right? Feelings kind of person. Feelings affiliate. You know, Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, obviously, but also like Akita and Aomori, knock it out in 2 trips. Not knock it out in 1 trip. Visit the summer festivals, visit Kakenotate, you know. Yeah, look at the dogs in Akita. You know, eat the fried chicken there. Yeah. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Holy fucking shit, bro. Stop crawling, you fucker. Okay, shit. No, it's gonna crawl under the bed. Fuck, okay. Holy fuck. Right. Dead? I think I drowned it. Okay, hold on. Put a piece of tissue here. BAM! Okay. BAM! Again. BAM! Okay. Alright, time now is 10:53 p.m. I just finished dinner, which is, you know, as I have described this morning. Korean chicken. Marinated chicken from H Mart. I got some potatoes that I boiled and fried with butter and garlic, and then some lettuce with sesame sauce, and that's it. Very nice. I almost forgot to film one of these videos because I've been so focused throughout the entire day today to study. And yeah, I don't think I've studied this fucking hard. Or not study, but like also do assignments. I don't think I've like dedicated my time to school this hard since a long time ago. Like I've been on the clock. I didn't watch any TV shows or movies. I didn't film any reviews. I didn't even look at Instagram or watch YouTube that much. I did a little bit, but just like as a break, just a small break. I spent most of the day today just grinding. And I feel like it's still not enough time because it's already fucking 11, almost 11 p.m. I filmed the video essay, recorded my voice. I still have yet to edit it. I think, give me a couple hours. I think I'll be able to handle it. Maybe 3 hours, but that's just, I mean, I gotta sleep tonight, so I'm not sure. All at the same time, I still have my art history studying. I did mention that I want to finish my entire art history notebook in the first half of the day, so tonight I can just recite. Well, guess what? I didn't have time to do that because every single term took me a while to research. I feel like this art history exam, this final exam, is going to be way harder than the last 2 quiz slash midterm that I've done for art history because there's just more stuff to study, and the stuff is also more difficult. Like we need to remember King Jayavarman 2 versus King Jayavarman 7, and their differences. One is from the they're both in Khmer Empire. One like it's so confusing, and I'm only halfway through the terms. I haven't figured out the essay part yet, which I definitely need to figure out tonight. So I have this very slick idea earlier today. Why don't I live stream myself studying? Because last time I did a chemistry exam for my community college, I also live streamed myself studying chemistry one last time. So this time, same here. I'm studying art history one last time. And then after tomorrow, I'm done with art history class. Even though it's my favorite class of the semester. Content-wise, it's my favorite. But yeah. And then that's pretty much it. There's also this side thing where, getting a refund from the community college. Over the last week, I've been having back and forth emails with this BMTX Vibe bank, and they're fucking stupid. They're idiots. So they told me, oh, we checked and we see that you've made no attempts to wire transfer. So here's how you're going to do it. Go to More, tap wire transfer, and add your bank account number, routing number. Fuck you! I've done that 5 times, 6 times already. And it says wire cannot be processed at this time. And they also said, oh, well, usually after 3 p.m., the wiring would, happen in the next day, but it will still go through. It didn't go through. It didn't even let me do jack shit. I don't know why. I don't fucking know why. So that's really annoying. I need those $1,000. I'm not about to be scammed here, okay? I need those $1,000. So yeah, that's that. Shirley, I don't know if you remember her, Chinese girl from world building class. She posted an Instagram story saying that there's an MFA short film that needs some help, like some art PA help. And I looked at it and I'm like, let me give it some thought. And then I just thought it through and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. Cause it's May, so it happens very soon. It's not July because I'm probably going back to Hong Kong in July. But also it's I don't know. You miss all the shots you don't take, right? So I gotta do that too now. And also if Shirley's also involved, then maybe this won't overlap with Jamie's short film. Because I would prefer going to Jamie's short film more because I know more people on Jamie's short film. And also, again, Rocky, the Hong Konger DP, I gotta meet the guy. I gotta meet him, That's like something that I have to fucking do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been thinking and doing research on Japan travel again. I'm slowly beginning to think that traveling to anywhere this summer is a bad idea. Not only is it more of a waste of money, because I wanted to get a summer job because I wanted to earn money and I want grants, I want scholarships, just because I want to save money. And instead of that happening, I go to Japan, which is the opposite of saving money. So that's counterintuitive. The other thing is it's also a waste of time. Like, 1 month in Hong Kong doesn't feel like that much. It just happens in the blink of an eye, right? So I want to do that. Also, another thing is the museum job. If I do somehow get it, which is, by the way, my only hope at getting any job whatsoever, if I end up getting the museum job, I will need to go to Pasadena on August 19th to be a trainee, which means that I need to come back to LA before August 19th. So, fuck. Should I even go back to Hong Kong then? I don't know. My mom wants me to leave on August 19th because my brother's leaving the same day, so it would be cool. It'll be a little ritualistic if we go both at the same time and walk through the gates at the same time. So cool. And I was like, is it really necessary? Maybe I can stay for a little longer. But if this museum job goes through, I will have to leave Hong Kong even earlier. Maybe August 17th at the latest. August 17th, come back here, rest. August 18th, I go to Ralph's, I get food, buy food all over again. 19th, boom. And you have to assume that my jet lag will just immediately improve the next day. Immediately, turn well or whatever. So yeah, a lot of unknown variables, but I think it is 95% sure that I will go back to Hong Kong. Which is a little redundant. Again, me calling my mom last night made me feel stupid because it reminded me of how I felt when I was in Hong Kong during those 3 months. And that is when I told my mom about the short films, and she's like, well, how about the money? That, and then the way my mom, and I also told my mom, like, if I go back to Hong Kong, I want to have meaningful things to do. You know, if I could meet a filmmaker or like do something film related. And then she said the same thing she said to me like last year, and that is there are hundreds and thousands of people in Hong Kong who want to make movies and who want to get involved. Chances are, like, you won't, be involved in anything. And I know that, I know it's a harsh reality, but I know it's true. I accept that reality, right? I accept it. But the thing is, that sentence just captures a certain feeling that I had in those 3 months, and that is nothing matters. In those 3 months, everything I did felt like an ant. I felt like I was an ant crawling around in a small island in the midst of 1,000 islands, in the midst of 1,000 oceans. Like, I feel like I'm no one. I feel like I'm nothing. And I feel like everything I'm doing amounts to nothing. And I'm like a beggar. I'm begging people for scraps of food and vegetables. I go to Facebook and I desperately see shit that is somewhat related to filmmaking, and I DM them and I still beg them for an opportunity. I have to go stoop to the lowest of the lows just to find nothing. It's so. Hong Kong is my home and I love Hong Kong. I love the culture. But, like, it's insulting, honestly, to be in Hong Kong, to try to be involved in things just to find out that I mean nothing and everything I do is garbage and meaningless. It's insulting. So, yeah, being in Hong Kong the first week is great because I get to relax. The buildings, the food, it's my world. It's my turf, and I love it. But the longer I stay there, the more of an idiot I feel like. The only good thing I accomplished in those 3 months, not HKAFF. I didn't accomplish that, but that was like easily the highlight. The only good thing was filming that one scene for Objects in Mirror. Like, that's the only productive thing that I did because everything else meant nothing. Working for my mom's company earned me some money. Cool. Did I meet anyone useful? No. Did I meet anyone useful in any other job position? No. Did I learn anything new or learn anything interesting? No. I did nothing. 3 months. Other than subpar hangouts with old classmates like Natalie and Cedric who don't really care about me. They don't even give a shit about me. Like, if you ask Natalie right now who is Enoch, she probably have forgotten because all she thinks about is studying financial technology and penises. Like she probably doesn't even care. So why should I care? Like, my stay in Hong Kong has been so subpar, has been so pointless. Being with family is great, but everything outside of that is just insulting to me because I am more powerful and more useful here in LA. And I realize that maybe I should begin respecting myself in LA. How is it that I go back to Hong Kong and I feel suppressed? I feel like the world is telling me that I'm actually useless and that I probably shouldn't respect myself too much. That's not a good feeling. So, the thing is, I will go back to Hong Kong, even if it's for a short time, even if it's for 2 weeks. I'll only accomplish two things. One is to stay at my home and see my family. That's all that matters. Not even friends. If I go back to Hong Kong and I don't see a single friend, who cares? Two, short film. I have to at least film something, get something done, produce something, whatever. If I meet a filmmaker, if I don't, who cares? If I find an interesting girl, if I don't, fuck her. I'm going into LA anyways. If I'm, I don't know, just like adventuring, traveling, you know what? That's a waste of money. two things. I go back to Hong Kong. From now on, every time I go back to Hong Kong, there's only two things to be done. One is to spend time with family, the other is filmmaking. Every other thing is pointless to me because it's insulting to my existence. Whereas I have more shit to do in USA. And that says a lot because even in USA, I don't have a lot of shit to do other than going to school and buying food and cooking. So, yeah, anyways. A lot of ranting. I don't like the feeling of going to Hong Kong and then be depressed because in the US I'm dying, in Hong Kong I'm pointless. So I'm suffering either way. That's how I felt back in November, right? I don't want to feel that way. Let me just focus on one lane. And that lane happened to be in LA. Right? I'm building networks here. I'm building connections here. I'm trying my best. Okay? This is my lane. After I get successful and I get powerful here, or famous or wherever, then I go back to Hong Kong and then people will follow me. Right? I know it's like very ambitious for me to say because I don't have any following now. I mean, I have like a couple thousand subscribers, but like, you know, I'm not gonna go out on the stage or something and people will recognize me. Like, no. Let me succeed here first. Put something on my name so that when I go back to Hong Kong, I bring something with me, right? So yeah. There's only two things to do when I go back to Hong Kong, and those are the two. Like, everything else is pointless. It's family and filmmaking, the double F. When I came to LA, it's 3 Fs. Freedom, film, friends. Back in Hong Kong, it's the 2 Fs. Also film, but also family. Maybe friends, but I think they're busy. And nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Yep. Okay, time now is 11:17 a.m. in the morning on May 8th. Yeah, slept from 4:50 to 11. I woke up by the alarm. But I went back to sleep for like 15 more minutes. Not really went back to sleep, just lay down. Yeah, it's May 8th, guys. It's May 8th. And it's technically the last day of my semester. Thank God I fell asleep before the sunrise last night. I went to bed at 4:45 or 4:50, but I don't think I really did fall asleep until like, I don't know, until maybe 5. Oh my god, the birds are so loud right now. But yeah, I think good thing sleeping works again. Good thing I can sleep again. That's good. That's very fucking good. I wish I would have slept earlier last night though. Yeah. Um so yeah, last night I was gonna go to bed at 3:30, but I ended up finishing my video essay editing at 3:40 a.m. That took a while. Even though I speed ran the editing of the video essay actually took me like maybe even less than an hour, or maybe around an hour ish. But it's the art history studying that took the most time. But yeah, holy shit. Yesterday was crazy because I only did studying, and I somehow managed to finish to record and edit a whole ass video essay plus write everything around that. Like half of the script for the video essay, the two essay summaries, the bibliography are all yesterday's work. Plus all the stuff I did for my art history class. So as you can expect, I didn't do the religion reflection paper because I didn't have time, but it's okay. I'm going to do it this morning. I also haven't submitted my video essay yet. No worries, I'm just going to do it this morning. So yeah, I'm also going to try to be maybe at least half an hour early to the campus because again, it's a good idea to be early, but also like with the whole, barricade situation that USC is having right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, can't believe it. Can't believe today is the end of the semester. Can't believe it. I'm gonna order something on DoorDash tonight. Maybe tacos. I think I wanted to order Korean food, but then I'm like, I mean, didn't I already go to H Mart like a few days ago? I'm just gonna order tacos again. I love tacos. To celebrate. And then yeah, I can sleep again tomorrow morning. So I'm just gonna sleep the whole day tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. And then on May 10th, there's a graduation ceremony. I'm going to meet Equo. Hopefully, I meet a couple more interesting people. Nah, JK. I also DM'd Shirley last night. She responded very corporately with a lot of exclamation marks, saying, "Yeah, sure, great. Just email this person your schedule and your availability." Sure. Yeah. Side note, maybe 3 days ago, I was really sad and melancholic about the fact that I'm losing my apartment. I don't feel that sad at all yesterday and today, like right now. I don't even feel that sad. I think it's because I found a purpose. Like, I found a way to contribute to that. And that basically made everything alright again. I found a purpose. I found a short film idea. And I've also been having a little more thoughts on how am I going to execute this short film and, the music, or maybe the editing, the fourth wall breaks. It's going to be a banger. Yeah, I also had a dream where me and Ken and Leslie and a few other people are in this recording, are on a film set, or not a film set. It felt like a film set, but actually it's like a live performance, a rock live performance inside an apartment. But everyone's friendly to each other. Like Leslie and Ken and I were like talking, and it was nice. And I did sound mixing, and Ken was playing the guitar. And everyone's so nice. It's like an alternate reality or something. But yeah, art history. I wish I would have slept more. That would have helped me, have the energy. But this is fine. I can do it. Alright, munching on some vanilla ice cream. So time is 6:11. I came back home and I felt sweaty as fuck, decided to take a shower. Now the semester isn't over, unfortunately. So earlier today, this morning when I woke up, leaky shower. Earlier this morning, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna turn off the Just give me a moment. Earlier this morning, I woke up, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do 2 more things before going out to do my final exam for semester 1. And that is upload my video essay for CTCS 300 and write the reflection paper for my religion class. For the reflection paper, I thought it's going to be very easy. I thought it's just going to be a 1-page thing. I'm going to type it out, bloop, bloop, and then I submit it, easy peasy. So out of curiosity, I checked when exactly is the due date. I thought it's Thursday. Because religion class takes place on every Thursday morning. And then I checked, holy balls, it's yesterday. It's yesterday at 10 a.m. And the professor also said in the announcement, if you need an extension, just email me. So I'm like, fuck. And then I found out, or before that, a little bit before that, I also found out that the paper is supposed to be 3 to 4 pages long. Which is like, holy shit. So, and it worth like 10% of the grade, so it's like serious. And also, the religion class is a class where it's serious, where the professor actually grades things seriously, unlike the other GE classes, unlike CTCS 300 or whatever, because it's a upper division religion class, and the professor like grades seriously. Even though she's really kind to me and I said some really valid points in class, she still gave me a B- for my book report. Like, that's how harsh we are at. So I got fucking nervous. I emailed the professor saying, I'm super sorry, I need an extension because I misread the announcement, which is like a very bad lie. But it is true, but it sounds like a very bad lie. So she's like, okay, as long as I have it by Monday. So I'm going to do it right now. So obviously I didn't have time to finish that. I wrote 1 page and then I dipped. I'm out. Anyways, I took the bus to school. I was early by like 15 minutes and then I studied. Everyone took out their laptops to study. I put my notes in a PDF form and sent it to myself, so I used my own phone to study. And oh my god, thank god I did some last minute studying, because a lot of the stuff, or like some of the stuff in the final exam, I wouldn't know, or I wouldn't be able to remember unless I did the last minute studying on my own phone. There's a painting called Kublai Khan Hunting, and I thought that this, because it's such a small painting and it's not mentioned that much, I thought the final exam is not going to go over it, but oh my god. So it's 2 short essay questions, bunch of term defining, like, term identification, and a long essay question at the end. So for part A, it's the portrait of Minamoto Yoritomo by, which I forgot. I fucking forgot who drew it, but I wrote the name anyways because might as well take a chance. I think I wrote Fujiwara Takanobu, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I'm gonna check right now, actually. Holy shit, I got it right. I was like, it's Taka something. It's Taka Nuba, Taka Nubo, but Nubo, that's not even Japanese. Takanobu. I was like Taka something. Takanada, Takanori, whatever. Takanobu. Holy shit, I got it right. Was that 11th century? It doesn't even matter. I got it right. Encore. Oh, I wrote 11th century. It's supposed to be like 12th century. Oh well, close enough. But yeah, and then there's so we need to compare and contrast that. And the next one, the next compare and contrast small essay question is between Rata, one of the Buddhist temple structures in the Mamallapuram, and Angkor Wat, which is this and this, which is a little bit better because I studied them a little more. But even so, it's like one Rata. I thought they're gonna, test us on the whole building, the whole complex, but no, it's just one of them. And simply because I did some last minute revision, I remember the name of this specific building. It's called the Dharmaraja Ratha. Holy shit. So I was able to write, and I wrote really fucking fast. I wrote 7 pages worth of stuff within 90 minutes. The whole exam is 2 hours long, but I finished the whole thing in 90 minutes. And a lot of people, the moment they finish, they just fucking leave. But I like stayed until the very end because I like the idea of just chilling and like waiting for everything to end. Like I like sedimenting in my own silence at the end of an exam. It's a good ending. Obviously, it's just me being eccentric. Obviously, so that and then the defining terms. They give me 10 terms. I picked 8 of them, but I picked 9 of them because I wanted an extra credit. And for the most part, it's pretty easy. And then for the final essay question, they picked the nature one. So picked 3 pieces of artwork from 3 respective parts of the course. And talk about how nature inspired those artwork. I love that question. I'm glad that question's there because I'm the most well prepared for that one. And I wrote it. I wrote 2 pages worth. I forgot, and I also need to quote 2 readings from class. I forgot the name of one of the readings. Life and Afterlife in Ancient China. I remember Life and Afterlife, but oh well. But I wrote it really fast. I feel semi-confident. Sure, I don't think I'm going to do as well as I did in midterms because this one is way tougher. But I think I got it. And also, it's hilarious. The 4th last person to leave is Jason, the Chinese guy. And then I looked around me and I'm like, holy shit, everyone's gone. And then the only other 2 person left is Wendy, the Chinese girl from Shanghai, and Bridget, who later I found out she's Singaporean. I keep referring to her as a Malaysian girl. She's actually Singaporean. And it's like the top 3 students are the last to write them. Holy shit. Because like the first person to leave is Carter. And I'm like, what? You could have written more. Anyways, so I waited until the very end. I did this and looked at the wall and like clearly I'm done with the whole thing. I read through my own work twice. And then it's done, and Wendy finished, and then I finished, and the last one to finish is Bridget. And then they both left. They both like, thank you, happy summer, whatever. So I wanted to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I want to speak Cantonese to the professor. So I went up to the professor. That's when everyone's left, and it's just me, the Korean TA, and the professor. I was like, hey, can you speak Cantonese? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And then it was a little awkward, and then she just says something in Cantonese to me. She asked me what year am I in, and I'm like, oh, I'm junior, but next year I'm junior because, I'm spring after mid, so it was 2.5 years, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, thank you. Hope to see you around. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And then I left. So mission accomplished. The other thing I want to do is talk to Bridget because why the fuck not? So luckily, as I was leaving, I also saw her walking in the same direction in front of me, listening to something on her phone. And because the main gate to the main entrance is closed, and we're all forced to leave through McCarthy entrance of USC. So I naturally ran into her, and I was like, hey, Bridget, right? And she's like, yeah. So we had a really nice conversation while we walked to the USC Village, or near that area. So she's an art history major. She's junior. She graduates next year. And she's from Singapore. I was like, are you from Malaysia or Singapore? And she's like, oh, Singapore. And I'm like, oh, I can tell by the accent. And she's like, oh, I tried to tune it down. And she's like, you're from Hong Kong, right? And I'm like, yeah. She took one CAMS class, CTCS 190, the intro class for GE. But she said she's also writing for a magazine called Spotlight, or it's called a journal, but like same thing, anyways. She's like, oh yeah, it's interesting, And then we had a really nice conversation. At first, I asked her about like working at the Pacific Asian Museum at Pasadena. I asked her if she drives, and she's like, no. And I thought she drives because no way you're gonna go to Pasadena and not drive. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, I take the metro there. And I'm like, what? So it was a really nice and friendly conversation. And then she left. We didn't exchange Instagrams or anything because it would be awkward anyways, because um it's the first time we had a real conversation anyways. But it's nice to know her. Maybe I'll run into her in the future. Maybe not, but whatever the case may be, I have done what I wanted to do, and that's talk to her. So that happened, and then I waited for my bus. I waited 20 minutes for a bus. Bus number 38 just swoops by. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to walk back home. So I cross the road and I walk back home for the next 20 minutes. That's why I'm so sweaty. But yeah, the semester isn't over. I'm going to work on my religion class right now, and then after that, the semester is officially done. It's officially done. I'm going to eat some tacos tonight to celebrate. And, yeah. Another side note, actually, is, I received it's not really a call sheet, more like, be prepared email, for Jamie's short film, No Particular Night, it's called. And the shooting dates is March 18th, 6 p.m. to March 19th, 6 a.m., March 19th, 6 p.m. to March 20th, 6 a.m. 2 overnight shoots back to back. Holy balls, what have I gotten myself into? Yeah, so I'm doing overnight shoots again. But I don't feel that bad about it because I've done overnight shoots twice already. Once in Ends and Means, the other in fucking Isaac, which is just such a silly shoot. The second is I'm already a night owl. Like just a few days ago, I fell asleep at 7:30 a.m. Like it's not gonna mean too much. It's gonna fuck up my sleep schedule a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. It's really not. And also then in that case, I think I'll go watch Challengers with Michelle on March 17th. That would be a good day to do that. Yeah, that's it. I still look forward to it. I'm gonna tell Rachel about the shoot, but I think she'll decline because it's like an overnight shoot. But I'm still going because filmmaking, and also Equo's there. I kind of know Jamie. I kind of know the sound mixer. Kind of know the PD. So I kind of know a little bit of everyone. There's a Hong Konger there as well. It's like the perfect place for me to get an in. But yeah, that's that. Alright, so the semester's over, finished all the classes, all done, the end, bye-bye. World building document finalized, religion class reflection paper, done. Final exam for 394, done. Video essay for 300, done. Art history final exam, just finished it today. I am a free man. I'm probably gonna end off the day here. I'm gonna go order some tacos or maybe some burritos or whatever looks delicious on DoorDash. I'm gonna celebrate a wee bit, and that's it. That's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna finish up the mushrooms and eat some cabbage for vegetables as well because I desperately need to finish the mushrooms because it's gonna rot or something, turn into slime or something. I don't know. I'm hungry as fuck. But yeah, hopefully I get an A or whatever this semester. Most of the classes. I don't think I'm gonna get an A for 394, but religion class A, please. It's close. Art history and CTCS 300, I'm pretty sure I'm getting an A. And for world building, no idea. I haven't received anything, any grades from world building class. But hopefully it's an A. It's only like 5 students. Like, just give me an A. Like, it's only 5 students. But yeah, not much else to talk about. Jamie asked Equo to ask me to be second AC instead of RPA. Honestly, it doesn't even fucking matter. It's like a small short film. It's like Everyone does a little bit of everything. But I'm like, sure, why not? Even though I want to be RPA more. The good thing about being second AC is that I get to chat with the DP, the Hong Konger guy, And also, I get to be second AC. I don't think I've ever really been officially second AC before. I've slated many times before. But, but yeah, sure, whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's all. I don't think I'll be able to watch Challengers on May 17 with Michelle because she has to do a screening of her short film in Long Beach. And then on 18 and 19 and subsequently 20, I need to be on Jamie's film set. So the next possible date I could do that shit is on the 21st. Which means that if I can help out with that MFA short film, it would be the 17th. If it's on a USC soundstage, if it's on some other spot, then fuck it, I'm leaving. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Not much else. Yeah, shame that I can't watch Challengers earlier. But it's alright. Oh yeah, I haven't dropped the fucking writing class. I'm still debating. Maybe I should just stay in the US for the summer. But I feel like unless I have a girlfriend or, a feelings affiliate, unless I have an affiliate here in LA, there's no point in staying in the summer because my ideal summer is like hanging out with her, whoever she is, and going around on the streets and enjoying life and then watching movies together. Then that'll be a worthwhile summer. It's like some call me by your name shit. But the thing is, the world is cold and sad and brutal, and there's no room for happiness, so might as well leave again for the umpteenth time. I also have some more ideas for my apartment story. I want to do a fourth wall break. I think that would, because it's very much a short film where I want people to realize that it's a short film. So I'm just gonna do like a fourth wall break. Where I say cut and everyone's like relax and shit, like something like that. There's also, if I remember correctly, there's this weird phone thing in the playground that looks like a lotus root. So I want to do that and then transition like a graphic match cut to a lotus root. That's like the coolest thing ever. That's like like who on earth would think of a transition like that, right? Some Pak Tanuk shit right there. That's one cool thing. And the other is I want to. It's not that edgy. Well, obviously, given that this is a short film about my apartment, it's gonna be the cleanest short film I'll ever make. No swear words, no violence, no sex, no blood and gore. But I don't want it to be like a nothing burger. I do want to include some spiciness in it. So I was thinking maybe I could sprinkle a little Christianity in there and make it about like the Book of Revelation, which is all the more, I think, fitting because it's a Christian household. So lots of ideas, loads of ideas, and I still love the idea of the old man doing Tai Chi at the end with cartoony music, a la Api Pong, you know. And even the lotus root, the phone thing, the camera's gonna do this, and then we see a hole, and that is also literally Syndromes in a Century, literally the same shot. So it's basically Api Pong worship, and I think the short film is gonna be called "The World Is Not Enough." I don't know, just some really cool name that has nothing to do with the story at all. And also, the more plain and kind and clean the story is, the more ridiculous the name should be. Whereas, if I ever make very violent and disgusting short films or feature films. It should have like a very misleading name, like a misleading title that seems friendly, like Love of Life, and then it's like this non-stop violent suffering fest, you know? So yeah, definitely that. And then maybe I'll make a short film in the north of Hong Kong, maybe not. Depends on how urgent it is. Like, if the government's already excavating land, then, well, we gotta do something about it. But yeah, again, what I said last night still stands. It's the double F family film. There's nothing else I can go back to Hong Kong to. Like, it's either family or I make movies. Not even, like, be on movie sets. Yeah. Nothing else. From El Güero. Napkins. Nice. This, I think this is a taco. Some salsa. Some more salsa. And then this is a burrito. Oh my god, it's falling apart. There's nothing more. Simple as that. Yep. Alright, not the most visually appetizing, but yeah. This is guacamole and chicken, I think. Shit. Okay. Double layered. Okay. Okay, cheers. Okay. This is the big boy burrito. Very soft and extremely oily. Holy shit. Okay. One bite and this thing's gonna collapse. It's already collapsing. Alright, that's great. Okie dokie, time now is 2:56 p.m. on May 9th. First day since the end of the first semester. Woohoo, boys. Yeah, so I slept very well. What? I slept from 5 something, nearly 5:10. Because I thought, well, next week I'm gonna like fuck my sleep schedule anyway, so might as well fuck my sleep schedule now. But that's not a good practice. I stayed up maybe like 15 minutes ish, or like 20 minutes writing my violin fem, and I think I'm halfway done. It's looking really good. I'm finally writing the interesting parts. But yeah, I slept from 5:10 till 1:50. I woke up like a couple times, near 11 a.m. ish, because they were like cleaners. But yeah, it's like a really good sleep. It's a really good stress-free sleep. Like suddenly, I'm like, the moment the semester ended, I feel free. So yeah, that's really good. Also, let's talk about last night a little bit. I don't know why, but I wouldn't say sad, but last night I did feel like semester's over. It's boring again. It's like a repeat of last year, summer, where I have nothing to do, and and people just keep distancing themselves away from me. Also, I'm very sensitive, so I texted Justin and I texted Glenn, and they don't text back, and I'm like, okay, well, everyone hates me or something. I don't think everyone hates me. I just think people don't care about me that much. And I really don't want a repeat of what, I guess, Natalie or Cedric has done to me. which is forget about me. This is what I really don't want to happen. But thankfully last night, I DM Justin. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna DM him and say, the Malaysian guy, that is. Not the other many Justins that I've met. I said, yo, I just finished the semester. Maybe we can hang out and, like, exchange ideas. Like, it sounds corny to say this to someone, but I feel like out of all the community college friends, the only two people I can talk to my story ideas to is Michelle and Justin, because they're both writers. And Tova and Lizzie are also writers, but they're comedy writers. But like Michelle and Justin are drama writers. So, like everyone else, like Cliff and Ariel, like all those people, I can't really speak to them about like writing because they don't write. They are first ADs and they are grips and VPs and they're crew people. But when I talk about writing, it's more so the case I talk about the meaning of life and history and politics and people and religion and psychology. This is the difference between a writer director and just a filmmaker, like on a crew or whatever, is that when you talk to a director or writer, you talk about life, you talk about people, you talk about history. When you talk about a filmmaker, you talk about filmmaking. So, I don't know, I just like exchanging ideas with Justin. So I actually spoke with Justin quite a bit last night at around 2 a.m. and I told him about Thomas's backstory. Because it's really interesting, even though I feel bad telling other people about Thomas's story because I know Thomas's story is kind of a private thing, so I try not to reveal everything, but it's okay. But also how like Thomas keeps writing the same stories again and again and again. But it's cool. Hopefully we get to hang out maybe a couple times. Glenn earlier today also DM'd back saying, oh yeah, we can hang out. Oh, do you want to play badminton? And I'm like, sure. I can't imagine playing badminton in the US because it's not a popular sport here, and also are there even stadiums in LA for badminton only? I've never been, I've never heard, but sure. Or maybe it's an outdoors thing. In that case, that would be horrifying with a blistering sun like this. But anyways, there's stuff to look forward to for sure in May and June, hopefully. But yeah, I woke up today and I went to the bathroom. I had a burrito and a taco last night, and I almost forgot that whenever you eat those things, they make your tummy feel bad. So that's that. So now I'm completely hollow. My alimentary tract. I need some food. And later today I'm gonna go to Ralph's, and then that's it. Yeah, it's weird that I'm feeling. I wouldn't say happy. I'd say I feel okay right now. I'd say I feel. Sure, there's a lot of uncertainties about the future. I still feel very hollow and empty from time to time because I am one finger snap away from being meaningless, right? And also, I'm sad because of the fact that my home will be gone. I also told Justin about that. Almost, maybe I shouldn't. Like, sometimes I think maybe I shouldn't tell people about my story ideas because I come off like a show off. Or it comes off like I'm bragging, like, ooh, check out my stories, ooh. Maybe I should be like, nah, like, I'll tell you in the future, not now, though. I don't know, but I told Justin about my apartment story idea and how it's a memory of a place and not a person. And he said it reminds him of the Best Picture winner Crash, which is literally the worst Best Picture winner of all times. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't even seen that. But I'm still really excited to work on my apartment short film. If I can only work on one short film, it would be that. Because it's the most personal. I'm thinking of incorporating even more religious themes, like even more honing it down on like apocalypse imagery, 7 bowls and 7 trumpets and 7 whatever. And I would want someone to score my short film. I know a Hong Konger girl who does scoring, who I follow and she follows back on Instagram, so that's great. But also, I was listening to that track yesterday and I'm like, this morning I was like, oh yeah, I could also use that track as a song in the short film, even though I won't, even though that would be like an alternate version of it, because the official version would have original score. And that song is MF Doom's Doomsday. It's called Doomsday, right? And also the vibe of that track, it's relaxing. It's got the drums. It's like it's very vibey and it's perfect for the ending of such a heavy short film that is also like struggling to find hope. So yeah, I want to make a short film that feels very heavy, that feels very sad, but then the ending hits you and it's an old guy dancing to MF Doom and it's like the most what the hell just happened kind of moment, really. But yeah, definitely that. And I'll also use myself as an actor because why not? It's my home after all. I also had one more thought last night, which was very interesting, and that is maybe I should be a manga artist, because the thing is, TV shows don't get made nowadays unless they're on an IP. So especially the shows I want to make and big movie ideas, right? Whether it be the 5.5 hour long epic Chinese history film or the conspiracies, the secondary school teen drama. No one's gonna give me the money and the resources to make a 60-hour long teenage drama that is essentially about me. Like, that's stupid. No one will ever fund that unless I've already written or drawn a manga before that and people are already somewhat familiar with it and that did well. So then in that case, this TV show wouldn't be an original show. It would have been an adaptation. And it would be more attractive. It's like, oh, based on the manga by the same person. So I think if I turn it into a manga first, it would sell better. So all the more reasons for me to practice drawing. So I didn't draw last night, didn't draw 2 nights ago. I need to do that shit tonight. Drawing. Please teach me how to draw. I've always wanted to meet that Chinese American girl. I think she's like Hong Konger American. I don't know. This girl, her name is Emma. She's an APCA and she like, according to Hoon Bin, the Korean guy, Korean American, she's like really good at animating and drawing. I'm like, gotta meet her. So, yeah. But I don't know. I feel better now that I know I'm gonna make a short film at my home. I feel like there's a purpose of me going back, even if it means insulting, like going to film sets just to be ignored, trying my best to find film opportunities just to not be seen, which is insulting. Let me just do my own thing. Let me go back to Hong Kong and do my own thing. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay, let's try Trader Joe's dumplings. Hopefully it's good. Bruh. I already microwaved it for a minute, but I don't trust the microwave. Okay, steamed for about 20 minutes. This one is a little broken, so I'm gonna eat this one first. Let's see if it's actually good. Cheers. Actually, it's not bad. Maybe it's because it's been 5 months since I've had any Hong Kong food. But it's actually not that bad. I think the skin could have been thinner and less mushier, but I think that's from the fact that it's frozen. It's not bad. Okay. Cool. Alright, time now is 9:21 p.m. Say it with me. NIHT. Nothing important happened today. So, yeah, I went to Ralph's. Look at the cinnamon roll. Holy balls, I'm gonna have so much of that. 8 cinnamon rolls. It's a lot, but I will eat that for the next, like, 2 weeks or so. But anyways, yeah, nothing important happened today. Did nothing. Very chill. Minimal amount of communication with the outside world. At some point around 5 p.m., I was gonna go out and do laundry and have dinner, and then suddenly I hear people outside the door, and they come in and they talk, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" At first, I thought it was Spanish. I thought it was Misael. I thought he's finally returned. But no, that's not Misael. It's that's not Spanish. That's like Farsi, I guess. It's some kind of Middle Eastern language, but it doesn't sound like Arabic. So I was like, okay, I think it's Farsi. Why? What is going on? So turns out, and that's just what I assume, but it's probably right. The girl next door, Vanessa, turns out she's not white. Maybe she's like Persian or something, cause like she brought her parents over, and they're both speaking. They're everyone's speaking Farsi, mixed with a little English. And I just wanted to like hide from them, so I stayed in my room. But I'm dying of hunger. I need to go outside to buy food in Ralph's. Like, I can't wait any longer. So I went out, and they heard me, and they're like, "There's someone outside." So the mom took a peek at me, and I was like, "Hi," and she's like, "Hi," and then she immediately left. And when I looked at her, I was like, "Yep, that's a Persian." So I will never forget the moon, the Airbnb. Um, But yeah, anyways, that's that. Nothing else. But they left at the end. I'm gonna eat some leftover pork chops, some rice with kimchi, marinated cucumbers. I have some sweet corn from Ralph's. It's gonna be great. And that's it. That's it for dinner. And tomorrow I'm going to go to the SCA commencement ceremony. To join Equo, and Rachel's gonna be there, and I don't know who else is gonna be there. But it's cool that I get to show up and exist, I guess. And then I don't have anything to do for like the next few days. So today I believe is a Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Right, Saturday and Sunday I have nothing to do again. Monday I think I can hang out with Evelyn for a little bit at night. Good to see her. First time seeing her since like a year ago. And then yeah, and then next Saturday and Sunday I'm going to Jamie's Short. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday I'll be probably seeing Challengers with Michelle. Oh yeah, and then tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week, May 14th. I don't know which day exactly it is. I believe it's a Wednesday. Wednesday night, I'm going all the way to Santa Monica to watch Hundreds of Beavers. Low key want to ask Potter to hang out, but also I just realized that he's probably going through a lot of community college stuff. So I'm gonna go to Santa Monica solo, probably gonna buy a Blu-ray player. And that's it. And then maybe sometime in the future I will hang out with Justin, the Malaysian. He just DM'd me a little bit. Hang out with Glenn. Yeah. I don't know. It's getting a little annoying. So I went to Ralph's, took a bus and everything. And while I was shopping, my hair keeps like, I go down and then my hair just does this and then it's covering my eye and it's so annoying, and I try to like wipe it away, but then when my hands are full, it's just like stuck in front of my eyes and I can't see anything because my hair is in the way. So it's getting really annoying. I need a good haircut. Also, I think long hair suits me better. Like suits my personality and make me a little bit more charismatic, especially if I show my forehead. It's a sign of confidence, right? But then, like, I don't know, at some point when it gets too long, it just looks messy and I just look like a barbarian. And I don't have that charm, that Asian charm. But, yeah, not much else. Not much else. I'm going to have dinner now. And yeah, I think I've decided to not go to Japan or anywhere this summer, other than going back to Hong Kong. I told Michelle, well, I'm not traveling anywhere, but I'm going back to Hong Kong. Michelle was like, well, you're traveling to Hong Kong. And I'm like, well, that's not traveling. There's a difference between going somewhere as a tourist versus going somewhere because I live there, And now I live in both Hong Kong and LA. Like, these are both places that I live in. So, yeah, but I am going back to Hong Kong. I think I am. But it's going to be really tricky because if I do get chosen to be a museum educator, I will have to be back in LA before August 19th, which is a pain in the ass. Or if I leave on August 19th, the day my mom wants me to leave, I come back on the same day because of time differences, then in the next day, like, I don't know, anyways. But I do want to be a museum educator because that's cool as fuck. Like, yeah. Either that or photographer. Like, these two jobs are like jobs that I legit am interested in. But yeah, that's it. I don't have much else to talk about, I think. Feels nice to know that there's something to look forward to, and that is going back to Hong Kong. feels nice to know that. Um, yeah. Um, Much like last time, having something to look forward to is really good. And also, nothing else. Violent Femme. I've really gotten to a point in the script where things are getting really interesting, and I'm brainstorming new scene ideas or how I want scenes to play out, and it's so much fun. I miss when writing is this much fun. Like, oh my god, damn, son. And it's so interesting to re-understand and reconstruct Leslie, and sort of like understand her through my own depiction of her. With all the vomiting, all the fuck yous, the dancing and singing, the smoking, like her entire personality, she's so full of personality. Her character is so packed to the brim with personality. It's honestly amazing. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. I don't know. If I go back to Hong Kong, I'll only bring one laptop. But I think I'll bring both phones because if I leave it here for a whole month, it's gonna die. That is probably gonna die too, but I'm not gonna bring that. That's heavy. I'm gonna bring my camera for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna buy Blu-rays in Hong Kong as well because there are more Blu-rays that I want to get. Maybe I'll get the Miyazaki Blu-rays. Maybe I'll get the Evangelion box set, even though it doesn't have the. It's not exactly the one I wanted. Maybe I'll get the Grandmaster Blu-ray. Like, oh, I don't know. It's good that I'm going back. It's really good. And then I wish I could go back every summer. Low key, I wish that next year I could go to both Japan and Hong Kong. Maybe June to July Hong Kong, and then July to August in Japan. And maybe I could like hang out with Michelle, because I know she's also really interested in visiting both places. And she jokingly said, "Oh, when I visit Hong Kong, you better be my tour guide." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then it got me interested, like, what are the places I'm going to bring people to? And it's so weird to bring someone from America around in Hong Kong. But then I'm also very, like, immersed in American culture and I can speak American English really well. So, like, I would make a really good tour guide, would I? Even in Japan, like, sure, a Japanese tour guide would be great, but I know just enough. I feel like I know just enough Japanese culture and history, and also because it's East Asian at the end of the day, I feel like I can be not a bad tour guide. Like if someone's going to Akihabara, I could be like, yeah, Radio Kaikan. Go to Akihabara train station, turn left, blah 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 blah, and then boom, and then you'll find it. And then I'm just chilling. Like I don't even need to vlog because I've already vlogged in Akihabara. Like I can just go around and chill and maybe go to a nearby cafe or something, go to Mr. Donut or something. I don't know. The idea of traveling is so much fun. And traveling in Japan is a huge cliche, but like traveling in anywhere else is just so much fun. Like I want to go to Czech Republic. So a couple weeks ago I left a comment on an Instagram post and it's like a meme and it's made in Czech Republic. And I was like, somehow I scrolled so far I ended up in Czechstagram. 460 something people liked my comment, and then eventually Leia, the Czech girl, found my comment, and she responded saying like, I could have told you this 2 years ago, or I could have brought you there 2 years ago, or something like that. And I realized if me or someone else was like, oh, you know what, let's go to Czech Republic, I would be like, I know someone in Czech Republic, and they're like, what? You got connects from all over the world, like. Yeah, I mean to be fair, not all over the world. Like if you ask me, oh, I'm going to Norway. I don't know any Norwegians, right? But like I don't know. If I go to Rome, there's Chiara, but she's like done with being at Rome. Like, a lot of people are done with being, you know, from where they are. You know, Aoba is done from being in Hokkaido. Like, but if I ever visit Hokkaido, I could be like, hey Aoba, you know, like where should we go? You know, so it's really cool that way. It's really freaking cool that way. So yeah, yeah. Okay, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Move from calendar. Submit. There we go. I'm done.